Be massive. But in this draft, you really only need to hit the Lucian. That's the main target. That is the main goal here. And T1 have all of the tools to kill Diablo that you could ever ask for in a draft.
Even with much more even footing in the draft. Let's get into it.
미니언들이 생성되었습니다.
All right, we didn't have the Shriek in the fan chants for BNK this time around. We'll just have to see whether they lose because that wasn't there, or whether it is not actually a factor.
Atlas is looking at the stats.
Yeah, that's the stats that I care about. As Vikla finds a red card. There we go. Shout out to Reginald. You love to see it. Oh, that's a... Yes. Yeah, see? Told you wanted to eat the Rocket's pace.
Yeah.
He just gets flashed on because his flash was down.
That was not
Diablo's
a favorable
looking
trade.
for another one, but it's going to let Keria live for the moment.
Slotted into Guma's spot, but he is absolutely having the series of his life, and they're drafting for him too in this one. Like, you know, this is BNK saying, we trust this guy, he's young, he's not that experienced just yet, hasn't played too many big best of fives like this. But we know that he is just not going to get nervous, he's not going to choke, he's going to perform. And
so BNK, they will get some advanced warning of the Rock moving over. Kellen spots him, there is the flash, but they catch the dash, there's the hook from Keria, and Diablo, he survives for a long time, but will be taken out. There's the T1 answer.
Pretty difficult to dive here.
Overgrowth going to be taken down. Here's the gate to come on through as Vikla right underneath the turret will get knocked up as Paze is going to be the target, but he takes a long time to kill. Raptor just tanks it up. And he will be A-OK. Wildcard's not enough to take down Keria, and the Rock is moving in. Faker there as well. Walks over control vision as Diablo is still trying to get more kills. As Faker goes between worlds, but immediately he's CC'd. Keria gets the Titan's Wrath as there's the ulti from Oner, but the flash out from Diablo's fantastic. Still, he's going to go down, and down goes the Troll as well. T1! They are looking for some silver scrapes, and if they keep playing like this, they may find it. Flash, gold card. Yeah, we're going to see that in live. Vikla just grabs a solo bolo.
Oh my god, Atlas, that was...
All right, so I guess it's not that even. Sorry, not that T1 favored. It's in fact...
Before this Yunara becomes a bigger threat later on, you know, Cull is running here for Paze.
Ooh, Vikla goes back and completes some items here at the same time. Faker looks to try and grab that plate, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so as Diablo's dashing in. Hook is not going to connect there as the fire kick comes down. Has to invest the ultimate, does Keria, as the Drake is going to be taken here. Now Oner is looking to try and pick up the kill on to clear. That Meganar is coming through though, and he elects... Oh, he didn't even have the ulti, so never mind. Oner wasn't able to get too much of a follow-up, and there is a big difference between a Malphite ganking without ult and a Malphite ganking with ult.
Yes, and also completed, so the penalty not going to apply that Ox was talking about before, and they're going to try to kill Doran and take this turret off the map. Paze cannot impact this at all.
Yep, Nara is just going to be thrown out for fun there from Clear, and I don't think Doran is going to be able to do much of anything at all. There's the culling, that's going to take him down, and now they're looking for the turret here as well. That'll be first turret blood if they're able to get there, and you can see Paze is so far away from that bottom outer, and when you group up to take turrets on this patch, it's actually better than what it was previously.
Absolutely. And there is a smiling Stevie Max somewhere because we haven't used this term in a while, but it's starting to feel like Funnolution in this one as they send him to the top lane. He just get hit by the ultimate and then shoot him and kill him as well.
Oh no. There's the house,
Faker.
And the Nara's going to hit this time around. I think Clear could have done that by himself, as now Paze taking so much damage here from Diablo, who's got a Kraken Slayer, now building towards his Essence Reaver. This Lucian is getting very frightening as the fire kicks are coming on through. Paze going to get interrupted as Raptor comes on over to clear out vision. And BNK, they just stayed right on this front foot, and it looks like they are never stepping back. T1, speaking of which, they're going to have to.
They can't do anything here. I mean, at least they're getting the cross on the Jax on the top side, but it's being matched by Gnar bottom side, so it's going to be a 2-for-1 in turrets. They already got the top side turret with the roam up from Diablo. And so this is a big trade up again for BNK. The macro really good off of just a pick onto that Aurora. Faker's Aurora now 1 and 2 in this game. Massively far behind because of the passive of that Rod of Ages. Like, yeah, Dragon's up. Don't care about that. It's Ocean Dragon. I already got the 2 real ones. I'm going to drop my Herald on your top inner and maybe even going to crash on your inhibitor turret.
Oh my goodness. That's going to be a charge onto the inhib. As now Raptor moves in. Keria is there with Paze, but the hook is going to go wide. Fire kick comes on through as well, but it is Raptor taking a lot of damage. Now the subjugate comes on through and they turn onto Vikla. He goes between worlds, getting comboed down and will be taken out. It takes a while, but he eventually does go down as now Doran gets into the mix. Raptor looking a little worse for wear, but stays alive for the moment, and now the pillar is in. There's the counter strike. They land on top of Kellen, but he is not the primary target, and Clear getting into that backline. Down goes Paze, and without the Inara, there is so much damage missing, and now it's Diablo's turn as he flashes out of the counter-strike, and Faker is going to get mopped up as well. It should be a triple as he dashes after Faker to pick it up,
And I think
BNK cannot be stopped.
I think they might have just punched their ticket, Atlas. Unreal! No one predicting this team to win it. No one predicting this would go even 5 in T1.
Got 3 done, so they're looking for this. There is the engage from Oner, though. They're looking to try and get on top of Diablo, but with Kellen, he survives for such a long time, but finally, he's taken down. The flash from Raptor, though. No 80 carries left on the Rift, but Vikla is in melee range with Oner and Doran, and it's now Doran's turn to go insane. Still, he's able to get himself out of there. A 1-for-1 as both of the ADs are just gone.
Yeah, this was the best possible scenario for T1. He has to be committed, and Raptor is just soloing this. I think this is just Ocean Soul over to BNK.
Yeah, and Ocean Soul actually kind of insane on a Trundle who just likes to have his health bar bounce around. Yep, and now Keria is dealing with a culling, and that is a back massage that he does not like to see. Another unstoppable force comes down, but where's the follow-up? Faker does find it here, and Diablo is going to get taken out. Doran now going to dive in on top of Raptor, who's looking so difficult to kill, especially with Kellen alongside the flash from Clear, but he doesn't find the Gnar angle, and now a gold card comes in. They're looking to try and stop Doran, and there is the Gnar finally, but it's just not going to do enough, as Kellen cannot keep all of his carries alive, especially with Diablo on the floor. Still, Clear is there. He hits Mini Gnar. He's like, I'm the AD carry now, and I guess he is.
The wallet's watch on. No flash for Oner. He has his
All right, Clear's going in. There's the gate. It's now Paze. Oh, he's too far forward. Clear looking for the angle. Look at that Gnar bar. Still, he has to get ulted by Oner to make sure that they have the peel. And Oner might be a hero. He has saved his AD carry, but he has to sacrifice himself. That means the jungle is dead, and the Baron should go over to BNK.
Yeah, this was a desperate situation for T1 no matter which way you look at it. They wanted to get in there, look for some sort of engage with BNK. Old BNK probably just holds Baron and tries to
really change the state of this game. This large minion wave. What the heck was that damage?
Pretty unreal.
That's a Lich Bane proc with some crystalline overgrowth, I guess. As that tower just dies.
There's no TP for Faker. There's no TP for Doran. There's only one ward they could use to try to flank anyways. They just have to wait this out, but it's 2 more minutes. This should be the beginning of the end, barring a huge mistake. Some miracle flash ult from Oner onto Diablo with follow-up. They're just going to play it slow. They're going to play it safe, and T1 fans pray they make that error.
This is crazy, though, as Keria, he goes in, he gets pillared. There's another Destiny to come forward as Keria looking very worse for wear. Vikla decides not to gate just yet, finally pulls the trigger as the gold card connects onto Faker. Now Clear finds him with the Gnar. He tries to go between worlds, but unfortunately, he goes to the world that nobody wants to go to with a gray screen. As Oner, he's going to get turned on as well and eaten by Raptor. Is this just the end of the game? Is this just the end of the series? Has BNK done it? It was only 3 best of 5s between these organizations, and BNK are going to even that scoreline as there's the flash onto the fountain, obviously, there from Diablo and BNK FEARX. They will be going to Hong Kong, and they are going up against Gen G for that first seed position.